Okay, trying the sick modern deck. Ross Meriam top 8'd the team open in Vegas this last weekend of this. No idea if it's going to be good enough, but you've got Arclight Phoenix, Lootings to ditch them, all these cantrips and cheap spells to help bring back the Phoenix efficiently. And then some other creatures that care about you, just like throwing your hand into the yard. Pretty excited to try it out. Memories of the Titan Shift package and Nick Fit. I've seen some nice Nick Fit lists popping up because of Assassin's Trophy. Assassin's Trophies turns out just great in that deck. Alright, this hand has to be good. So I guess I want to Serum Visions first. Because then I can guaranteed grab some cantrips. There's also a possibility I don't want to cast anything this turn because of the thing in the ice, but I think I'm happy firing off the Serum Visions. It'll just like dig me into more cantrips and keep me going. This deck would be busted with Probe. I mean, a lot of decks are pretty busted with Probe. I can probably just grab an island here. Chance that I get punished for that Spady though. Looting is nice. Alright, immediately punished. Great, great, great. Cool. I think I'm happy with just the one gut shot, but I'm going to keep the looting. God, looting with Phoenix and Thing in the Ice, we can attack for like 10 on our third turn, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Alright, I've already regretted getting one basic before now. But I guess I'm not gonna stop. That is a lot of Thraben Inspectors that I'm going to bounce and give them a million clues. So I can lead with Thought Scour. Try and find a land for this Fiery Temper. Just like give me more info for my Faithless Looting too. Oh, the Steam Vents. Alright, fire off the looting. Fantastic. We get to flip the thing this turn. So can ditch Phoenix. Maybe the Thought Scour? Oh no, we need the Thought Scour for the island. Yeah. I'm being silly. So I ditch the Fiery Temper or a Manamorphose. I don't want to keep the Temper. Like if they like path my thing, then the damage of this could add up with the Phoenix. Yeah, I agree. I like pitching the Manamorphose. I think the damage here could matter. Mill ourselves again. But wow, we have so much burn in hand. This is kind of disgusting. This is like a little bit unreasonable. They can like path one of these. I guess they could block the other with a Thraben Inspector. But then we bolt down these. This is amazing. I'm so happy right now. That was not a bad turn. That was a delightful turn. Woo. I guess we want Abrades against them because they're going to have Aetherval. And just like lots of creatures in general. Maybe Anger, maybe Row. Maybe E. I don't think any of this stuff seems good though. So what stuff are we ditching? I think we can ditch the gut shots. Just because, I guess they hit Flicker Wisp, which is kind of nice. I feel like with all this extra removal we're bringing in, and we're just like slowing down our deck a bit post-board anyway. Also, Manamorphose seems Orc against Fadia. Though I guess we're hoping to just... Yeah, we need Gut Shot for Fadia, I'm being silly. I'm going to trim Manamorphose because of Fadia, I think. Can probably cut the Fiery Tempers too and just like become a bit more controlling. What am I cutting for the third anger? I could just cut all of these, do something like this, and then like one of these. This kills Ether Vial, which is really nice. Or is this going to just take over the game on its own? Let's try this. Slow down our deck a bit, but let's be able to answer all their threats. Ooh, this hand looks nice. We have a Phoenix to discard to our looting. And we have a thing in the ice to stall out the board. This seems like a very easy keep. Also, explosives that we can answer Ether Vial before that gets out of hand. That's rude. That's so rude. Why would they do this to us? They let off Field of Ruin. It's very interesting. I think I just want to explode it. Just like lay out the explosives on one. And that seems fine. Plan on popping the relic with it. Maybe stop them landing at Vial. It's like pretty annoying if they play an Arbiter, but we've got lots of lands in hand, so it's not the end of the world. Is Anger that much better than a different 3-mana sweeper in this deck? Damping Sphere, jeez, they are out for us. That's a good question, Phil. Just it's like way better against Dredge, but I feel against Dredge you're like not bad anyway. Most likely. Alright, I have to crack this some point soon, simply because of Flicker Wisp being so good against it, so I think I'm just doing this turn. This card is so busted. We actually have Abrades in our deck that answer it. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like this deck should just beat up on Dredge regardless. So maybe you just want a sweeper that plays well with Phoenix. Like Sweltering Suns. I'm just gonna play my thing in the ice. Lets me get this down tapped to save some life. And I can start taking counters off this next turn. Obviously can't cantrip this turn because of the Damping Sphere, but that's fine. Yes, Sweltering Sun seems like the most obvious choice. Or Slagstorm. I guess Slagstorm goes face, which is nice too. Like, this deck is pretty interested in going face when it can. Hey, Brazilian. Good to see you. I really want to hit my land drop this turn, so I'm almost tempted to go Visions into Looting. This, like, absolutely maximizes the shot at hitting our land drop. Ooh, Abrade is nice. I'm gonna bottom a Looting. I think I'm gonna top the Abrade. It means we might risk missing a land here. But I think Abrade is just like really exciting. Because it answers the stupid Damping Sphere. Hit the land anyway, because we're great. So definitely discarding Phoenix. I think I'm discarding the other Looting, maybe. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Didn't have the most productive weekend in the world, but pretty excited for Warsaw this coming weekend. Excited to catch up with friends there. This might be greedy. I think this matchup's just like a bit slow. I just want to like keep as many resources as possible. Now like the Crackling Drakes are going to draw us cards and create threats. They're going to have to answer every single Drake, which I think is pretty hard for them to do. Especially since the Parvs are so good at like ramping us up into using the Lootings really well. Alright, so I could flip the thing and get pressure going. I think I just want to like draw some cards. Get some flyers down. We get to go Drake into Anger to clear their board. If they have to path a Drake, that's just amazing for us. Then at some point, thing flipping Drake is not great from the perspective of taking away our pressure, but it does just like draw us more cards, which seems fine, because I feel like this matchup's pretty grindy post board. Most likely. What is in their hand? They're just not doing anything. Maybe they have lots of double white spells? That's possible. Just like Flicker Wisps and such. Oh, they have a Meriam in their deck. They're Soul Sisters. I assumed they'd be Death and Taxes. Not Soul Sisters. What's it called? Martyr Proc? It's like seeing a bit of play. Top 8'd a GP recently, so... Yeah, Martyr. You're right, Dokamoy. I think I'm just gonna Thought Scour myself. It means I don't get to Anger anytime soon. But it gives me the best shot at growing my Drakes, which sounds nice. And then we just like don't cast any more instants or sorceries for a little while, whilst these Drakes pressure them. Ooh, 2 Phoenixes in the yard. That's so good. Hit them for 10 here. Yeah, it only plays 2 Procession now. Just because Modern's sped up a bit. Do we think they have Wrath of God in their deck post-board still? I assume not, but... It's interesting. Proclamation, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. I assume they don't have Wrath effects in their deck post-board. So I could play out the second thing. Also don't know how much the thing actually adds though. I think I can afford to just play it safe with how much pressure I have going. Maybe they bought it in. They could have Hallowed Burial, Phil. The deck actually plays Hallowed Burial. As like a one-of. Wow. I'm so smart. Jeez. Look at me playing around the Wrath of God. Yeah, the second thing isn't changing things at all, I agree. Do I want to Abrade just to get back my Drakes? So actually seems kind of nice. I guess they get back their Frabens. But still, they just have to answer these, like, really soon. Drakes are now lethal, right? If they tap out for a Fraben, they potentially die to our Arclight Phoenixes also. Yeah, we can Anger plus Abrade plus Bolt for Phoenixes, which seems great. We could also just Looting for the Phoenixes. So this forces them to have, like, Surgical. Basically. That was great. Oh my gosh. That was delightful. Alright. Currently a fan of this deck. Although we did face the exact opposite of Degenerate Magic. So, we have that going for us. The life gain deck confirmed not typical modern degeneracy. Like, that's the exact sort of matchup you want Crackling Drake in, right? They're just not pressuring us at all. Also against something like, I could see this card being messed up against Jund. Just, like, threatens to kill them if they don't have an answer immediately. It's pretty weak to Liliana, which is unfortunate. Ooh, this hand is nice. Interaction, Fast Phoenix. Yeah, fast Sarah Ascendant draws seem like how they beat us. Firing off a Thoughtseize or Serum Visions. Alright, so we're against Grixis Shadow, most likely. Take this one. Okay, took the Faithless Looting. That makes perfect sense. They're 2 hate cards and no pressure hand. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of awkward though. That's like what a lot of their hands are like. Their deck isn't... They need such specific draws to pressure people. Scour or Visions? Scour gives us more info for the Visions, but Visions sets up next turn. Whereas Scour's kind of good whenever. I'm just going to fire this off. Ooh, that's a great draw. The Charter Course, the Phoenix. So I kind of want to go Thing next turn, Charter Course turn after. Regardless, I'm definitely keeping the Charter Course. I think a second Thought Scour is like a bit too much wheel spinning. And I also want to be hitting my land drops. I still find the Watery Grave Splash kind of wild. There are like these 2 brutalities in the board that they're for, and I guess to an extent they help with it helps with engineered explosives. I'm surprised that Collective Brutality is worth splashing for. It's like very good against burn, but it's definitely less good when you're splashing for it, because you're like almost guaranteed to take 2 life in order to cast it in the first place. Alright, they can't cast a Gurmag Angler this turn, because we have the Lightning Axe up. So they're going to have to do something else instead. Luckily, if they have a Fatal Push, they're probably discarding it, because they don't know we have the thing in the ice in hand. They didn't see it off their Thoughtseize. Death Shadow seems like a nightmarish card for us. They discarded Scour Snapcaster. It's really interesting. Means they probably don't have a land in hand, I guess, if they're discarding Snapcaster, or they have another Snapcaster in hand. One of those two. So let's get down our thing in the ice. Seems great. So we're looking to... It's annoying. You can't chart the Phoenix and bring it back in the same turn unless you have specifically a gut shot. I guess you can go Manamorphose into this and then do that, but... Well, this is taking one of these two. Probably either the Lightning Axe if they have some actual pressure in hand, or the Charter Course if they don't and just want to stop us having the discard outlet. If they take the Charter Course, then a land would let us looting the Phoenix into the bin, which is still something. This is a Gurmag Angler coming down. So I really want to find like a Manamorphose on this. Oh my god. So good. It's like kind of unreasonable. Blue, red. Now we really want to find a land so that we can return the Phoenix this turn. Come on. Land, please. Land, land. No! Oh, my heart can't take this. Alright. It's horrors, right? Non-horrors. This is a zombie. So we're fine. Still get to bounce this next turn if they don't have a Fatal Push. Even if they do, we're threatening, we're almost threatening lethal. I guess we don't have a discard outlet for the second Phoenix yet. So like not quite threatening lethal, but... That's pretty rude. Alright. So we can definitely return one Phoenix. Yeah, flipped thing has 2 CMC as well. That's the correct spear. Right. So I should tap mana that actually casts this. What am I doing? Red, blue. It's probably fine. Then I can mill myself, bolt them, attack with the Phoenix. It's kind of sad. If I had a gut shot in hand, I'd be able to looting this Phoenix away and like put them to free. Guess I'm just doing this instead now. Oh yeah, I find that so strange, Phil. Flip test Canter being like that is the weirdest thing. Is this the single best draw? I think that's the single best draw. It's kind of absurd. Kind of just wholly unreasonable, if we're being honest. Now they go to 1. Oh, this is great. I'm way too happy right now. Please don't have Bolt Battle Rage. Okay. Decent start. I mean, they know we have a lightning bolt in hand, so is the Phoenix this strong? The Phoenix is pretty great, right? Those were some nice Phoenixes. Oh my gosh, what do we want against Shadow? Shadow is such a hard deck to board against. Our sideboard doesn't seem very well prepared for it either. Oh my gosh. Like the only options I'm looking at are like these, I think. I think the Row is just too expensive and clunky, especially against Stubborn Denial. Yeah, it's just these cards. What is bad? Crackling Drake seems kind of slow, but what do you want Surgical against, Jake? I'm not, like, it hits Snapcaster targets, but I'm not convinced it does much against them. It's the cards I'm not in love with. Gut Shot doesn't actually do anything other than bring back fast Phoenixes, which I guess is like the best threat in the matchup. So it is actually nice for that purpose. And then our non-Phoenix threats don't seem great to me. However, we don't want to go too low on threats, because then we open ourselves up to just like getting hit with a bunch of removal spells. So I'm definitely bringing in these Dispels. Tempted to like trim one of each of these. Temper seems meh. Yeah, Temper's also not great. It's always just going face against them, right? It's kind of clunky to set up. So maybe we cut 2 Tempers and then 1 threat, and we can bring in the EE for Death Shadow. I think I like cutting 1 Drake. Just because we only really want to draw 1 of them. Yeah, you want 4 Thing because of Graveyard Hate. I mean, Crackling Drake also plays around Graveyard Hate, to be fair. It counts the Exile Zone. But it is quite slow. Let's try this. I almost wonder if you could, like, if the deck wants Dismembers in the board or something. Yeah, it counts Exile too. It's a really wild Magic card. Very weirdly worded. Sound is nice. Oh, Surgical to fight their Surgicals? That is... Whoa. I mean, they mold to a 0 land 5, so, you know, I think we're gonna be fine. I kind of want to fight a thing in the ice. I'm gonna fire off this Visions and regret not leading on Strand. So I'm very silly. Alright, that is nice. Because I didn't lead on Strand, we have to shuffle away this Manamorphose, which sucks. I was not expecting ley lines, but I guess with Dredge being a thing, it makes sense for Shadow to be back on the ley lines fan. Alright, cast my 7/8. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of ley lines in that deck. I guess ley lines are better now they play Faithless Looting, because they can loot away ley lines that are stuck in their opener. So that makes sense. Or ley lines that they draw off their opener. I do think this card is better now that this deck is playing Faithless Looting, by like quite a bit. I just want to hit land drops. So I guess I just want to maximize my shots at land drops. Which means I go Thought Scour, Sleight of Hand. I just can't afford to miss a land drop with the Crackling Drake in hand. So this gives me 3 looks, whereas this only gives me 2. Geese. Alright, now we've drawn this, I can just chart a course this turn to use my mana efficiently. This is not a pretty 4th land. It is a 4th land, but which we do really need. I guess we're plus planning on flipping the thing next turn now. Very unsure what to discard. I kind of want to discard a spell. So this thing in the ice. Because of this Drake, I mean. Get rid of Sleight or Thought Scour. Yeah. Because then if we brick, we get to do chart plus 1 mana thing. That makes sense. I think I'm going to get rid of Sleight then. Because Thought Scour also dumps cards in the yard for the Drake. Or into the exile, rather. Alright, this is where things get scary. I guess if they play a 5/5, we just bounce it and laugh. Fire off this chart. Huh. Interesting. So this is 7 points. I'm kind of inclined to discard explosives. What is Gutshot doing? It adds up to 7 if we get to hit them. I guess they probably have a Fatal Push in hand. So maybe we're just meant to ditch it on that basis. Like, I think I'm inclined to either ditch Gutshot or, weirdly, the Phoenix. But I guess if they were to not cast a threat again, I'd happily jam the Phoenix at them. This is kind of tough. There's also... we can theoretically... I don't care about the Leyline, though. The Leyline's not doing anything. You think we just pitch Thought Scour and don't flip the thing this turn? Or I guess we can, like, gut shot them this turn to flip the thing. I'm just going to gut shot them. I think. So that I don't do... so that if they kill this thing in the ice, I don't grow a shadow too much. Wow, they just don't have a Fatal Push. They're just like dead a million different ways. Awesome. So now the Double Bolt kills them, the Awoken Horror kills them. If we draw a land, then Arclight Phoenix plus Bolt kills them. So I'm just gonna Phoenix them, I think. It's like kind of the same as casting both bolts. It uses our mana better. Wow. Going down to 3. That seems not ideal. That game felt not very competitive, I'm not gonna lie. The old multiply for blank piece of cardboard. Alright, things we've learned. Leyline of the Void. Bad against this deck. Like, shuts off the Phoenixes, which is nice, but Crackling Drake doesn't care about it. Thing in the Ice doesn't care about it. I know something Ross Meriam was saying about his tournament was he found a lot of people voting in Rest in Peace and such against him because they assumed he had Bedlam Reveler in his deck. And the fact that he wasn't playing Bedlam Reveler was just gaining him a lot of equity in that regard. Because, like, the hard graveyard hate just wasn't impactful enough. So, like, Surgical is good against him, and something like Relico Progenitors is good against him. But, Rest in Peace is just, like, overkill for what you're looking to achieve in the matchup. Since all you really want to do is answer the Phoenixes. Like, going down cards and, like, a lot of mana to do that is just not actually very good. Just interesting. Alright, let's do this. Ooh. This hand is not particularly exciting. I assume it's a keep though on the draw. Got Thought Scour to dig. I'm gonna keep this. Hey there, Mike. What only took 5 years. I am finally playing Steam Vents. Rare occurrence, indeed. I've played Steam Vents before. Probably. I had a Steam Vents in, I imagine, some 4-color Saheeli deck at some point. KCI. I guess this is the real test. Grim. If it's KCI, I'm just gonna go fetch and Thought Scour on their turn. Save the looting, so that we can be a bit deeper into our deck before we looting, in case we find a Phoenix. Can we beat this deck? Probably not. Probably not, in fact. We don't have any... We have very little hate in the board, and we have almost no interaction main deck, so it's basically a race. It's not a great position to be in against the turn 3.5 combo deck. Alright, I Thought Scour myself. Interesting. I mean, if this hits a Phoenix, we get to return it this turn, which is nice. So let's try and do that. Oh my god, our hand sucks. Yeah, this doesn't seem great, Michael. This doesn't seem ideal. Just gotta draw lava spikes and eidolons. So what I'm considering is whether we want to keep hold of both gut shots, so that next time we can go flashback looting and maybe return a Phoenix. Yeah, this is Ross's list shop. It's really sweet. We're currently 2-0 with it, though we seem to be playing the unwinnable matchup. Which, you know, not ideal. These lands are doing nothing. We literally have a 4-drop in hand. We literally have a 4-drop in hand. Admittedly, the 4-drop might be a bit slow against their deck. Alright, this is bad news. I mean, Counter Magic plays really badly with Arclight Phoenix, Mike. Arclight Phoenix just wants you to have, like, mono proactive spells. Right-click, concede. They might not have a Scrap Trawler. Now we get to die next turn instead. I think I just meant to cast a thing in the ice. We're one gut shot away from bouncing Scrap Trawler. Abusing. So you have 8 in hand plus 7 on board. Currently wishing I ditched the Crackling Drake instead of the land. Ooh. How have we not been killed yet? Don't they get... I guess they're playing around bolts by not fetching the Scrap Trawler currently. Yeah, they have the Inventors first. The problem is they do get to go get a Scrap Trawler before their next turn if they want one. Alright. Continue having 0 pressure. Maybe we can get them with the double gut shot on a Scrap Trawler. Seems unlikely. What do we have in our sideboard? We have 2 Surgicals, Disdainful Stroke, Rejection, and that's pretty much it. We have 2 Abrades too, which are like not amazing, but we have a little bit of interaction post-board. They don't play around the double gut shot, no one does. The real nightmare is if they have Psy, yeah, post-board. Psy seems very scary. Thing in the Ice does answer Thopters quite nicely though. Oh my god, Mike. Oh. That is a scrap trawler. Alright. This is so precious. Oh my god. This is adorable. This doesn't accomplish much, we're probably still dead, but you know. We can dream. It buys us a turn. It's very amusing. By buys us a turn, I mean they're now going to cast a scrap trawler. Yeah, the thing plus Drake board state is not a combo. Would agree with that generous assessment. Well, that's a problem. It would appear we are dead next turn. So that's nice. Why are they dead? What am I missing? They only take 7 off the thing, right? And the Drake gets bounced because it's not a horror. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Pretty awkward. I guess I'm just gonna loot. Dream. So I can attack for 4, put them to 17. Hey, Majester. What happens if I go discard Drake Charter Course? I attack for 5, put them to 16. Pass the turn, they cast the Scrap Trawler. I can bolt their face to bounce the Scrap Trawler. They go to 13. This represents 7. Now I need to draw like a bolt. Thanks, Phil. Discard Dem Drakes. Yeah, that's the other option. That is the other option. I'm only discarding 1 Drake. I just, like, this pumps the Drake by 1, which is actually relevant to the math, weirdly. Oh no, this goes in the yard too, right? No, I'm being stupid, so I can just discard both drakes. Yeah. Yeah, the looting also pumps the drake. You're correct. You're correct. So now I can attack them for 5 and hold up the thing in the ice. Not sure in what world we don't die next turn, but we're trying our hardest. We're trying our hardest. Resolves. The big problem is that any attempt to stop them going off just allows them to get an engineered explosives for roughing in the ice. Let's just pretend like we have Essence Scatter. Oh my god. Clearly holding up Logic Knot, right? Just like very clearly holding up Logic Knot. With 3 cards, they could be anything. Alright. Not sure this achieves much, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Another Mopal. Alright. Now what do I do? I can kill the Scrap Trawler. The problem is they just get it back, right? I guess they can't get it back currently. So I guess the play is... Yeah, they sack it in response, but that doesn't mean they can get it back. There's like a world in which they somehow don't have another one in hand, or on their top like 5 cards of their library. I'm not sure how we kill them after doing this, but... Basically Charter Course into 2 lightning bolts. Pray really hard. That is the hope. That is definitely the hope. They've returned the engineered explosives. That seems not ideal for us. Just cast Niv Mizzet number 3. Oh my god. We did that on stream the other day, Michael. We had 3 Niv Mizzets in the main deck of our Drake's deck in standard. Can only imagine the response when we cast the 3rd one in the mirror. They are divinating a lot over there. This seems bad. Now we're almost certainly dead. Indeed. That seems likely. I feel like I have actually seen someone fizzle from this point, but it's like 0.5% or something. It's so improbable. Oh geez, Sharp, that's rough. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, the person who fizzled against me in this sort of position was at a GP2. He sat there comboing off for like 7 minutes, and then passed the turn and died to my Ulamog. It was amazing. Alright, now this might be harder for them to lose. Terrarium. Where are their 1/1s? There's meant to be the 1/1 that helps them go off, right? Somewhere in the deck. By agreeing to sub to Autumn, you automatically siphon any of the good luck you have towards them. That would explain why I'm so lucky, Phil. Yeah, they still do not have a Retriever. You forgot to read the fine print. It's fine, most people miss that shop. Most people slip up on that one. Find watching KCI go off weirdly relaxing. It's like so much wheel spinning. Oh my gosh. Actually, at some point I plan to learn KCI on stream, which tiny bit nervous about for timeout concerns, but you can't believe I don't play it. I'm a bit surprised I don't. I was talking to Emma about it and basically being convinced that I should just learn it at some point. You would advise against playing my first matches of KCI on stream. There's good entertainment value in me desperately timing out with KCI, having never played it before and getting very frustrated. Ooh, they now go infinite, right? Yeah, I can scoop now, cool. Good to know. I'm not gonna force my opponent to play it out now that it's deterministic. Bring in these. Bring in these. Cut a couple Drakes because they seem really slow. Cut the Tempers. And cut some gut shots. We do need gut shots for fast Phoenixes is the problem. I might just cut all the Drakes. I don't know if that's reasonable. It means we only have 8 frets. Oh my god, Dokamoy. The dream. How not to play KCI. Probably want the rejection. Oh, we do. Sorry, and not the dispels. I'm being silly. I meant to bring in the rejection instead. That was a slip up. Yeah, this deck is sweet. We won our first 2 matches with it. Now we're in like the nightmare matchup, seemingly. But this deck has been a lot of fun so far. There's like 1 gut shot, 1 Drake out. I'm worried if I cut all the Drakes that like I'm too fret light. Is the problem. I like legitimately worry that this is too fret light. Oh, Lightning Axe is the nutlow. You're correct. Jeez. Right, now we get to keep in 1 Drake. I'm tempted to cut 1 gut shot for another Drake. Slows down our Phoenixes and things like the tiniest bit, but the gut shot doesn't do anything other than make those cards fast. So I think this is reasonable. And this way we're not too fret light. As much as the Drakes aren't the ideal threat in this matchup, we do just need like a decent enough quantity of threats. Ooh, this hand is very reasonable. Lead on Thought Scour, and then go Thing into Looting. You need Unmoored Ego. That's actually a really good shout. I wonder if Unmoored Ego is the secret. That's like not unreasonable, honestly. Because you have the Black Splash already. I feel like combo decks are just like pretty problematic for you. Since the clock isn't quite fast enough against them. Ooh, we have found an Arclight Phoenix. That is quite delightful. I could just kill the Mox Opal. I think I'm just playing the Thing in the Ice though instead. Start getting some pressure going. Yeah, we don't have quite enough interaction with them, I agree. I think Unmoored Ego is a really good shout. Seems like actually pretty great. That is accurate, Dokamoy. Yeah, I could see this deck being a bit slow against Tron too, so it helps there also. Right, I could hold up Abrade to be safe. I kind of also want to flip this though and start beating down. So I also get to return a Phoenix this way this turn. Red, red. That is a lightning bolt. Alright. Let's try and find another 1-mana spell here. Manamorphose does it too. Manamorphose is also great. Yeah, Manamorphose Abrade is delightful. Get to return the Phoenix, hit them for 10. Destroy this Mox Opal here. Then we have like 6 points stored up in hand. They're basically dead. I imagine it's really hard for them to win now. They have to spend a turn like explosiving the Thing in the Ice. And they can only afford to take 1 hit off the Phoenix after that. One Desperate Ritual. I don't know, I feel like that's the point of the Gut Shots, right? But then Gut Shot also just like plays interaction well. I feel like that's the Desperate Ritual effect is like literally what the Gut Shot is doing in this deck. This is bad news for you, opponent. Make sure to destroy Artifact rather than deal 3 in case they have a mutagenic growth in hand. You for 10. Don't even need these lightning bolts. Easy turn 4 kill with interaction. You did find the line. That kind of playing around is why I am the PT player. Not losing to mutagenic growth. Lost to that card too many times in my life. Let's not look at this. Hand could be anything. hand could be literally anything. Ooh, nice. Perfect. We got to go Thing in the Ice, then hold up a Disdainful Stroke, fire off interaction on their end step, lose because they have a Mind Stone to ramp out the KCI on turn 3. Just, you know, grump, 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 grump. I just have to hold up Disdainful Stroke, right? I also need to apply pressure, because then otherwise I'm just gonna die. So that's not ideal. I feel like I just need to cast the Thing in the Ice. If I don't cast the Thing in the Ice, I'm just never killing them. Yeah, I agree, Shop. We just have to play the Thing and hope. Agree completely. If they have like the turn 3 KCI, then we'll just have to find an Abrade or something. It's not the end of the world. If they don't have it, we just really want to have the Thing on board so we can try and kill them. Rude. Also rude. What is it like to have the turn 3 KCI plus Scrap Trawler in your top 9 cards? What is my opinion on control decks in Standard? I think Jeska Control is very, very good. I think Jeska Control is like competing for best deck in Standard with the Blue-Red Phoenix deck and Green-Black. Would strongly recommend that deck. I think other control decks are quite a bit worse. Just because Niv Mizzet is such an unreasonable Magic card. Like, I think Niv Mizzet is one of the big draws towards playing control at the moment. I need to learn how to be lucky, Phil. I'm just never lucky. Can't remember any instance where I've ever been lucky, including surviving that turn. Just like, not lucky. How on earth are we not dead? In what world are we not dead here? That's so absurd. Alright, we're officially lucky. All the cards in their hand are lands. Alright. Well, guess I'm firing off this Manamorphose. And then firing off this Looting and this Lightning Bolt. Trying to find a 0 mana spell so that I can flip the Thing whilst holding up Rejection. Ideal world is Surgical, right? Surgical would be absurd here. If we can find it. I mean, they might just be running badly, Prometheus. It's not improbable. Or impossible, rather. Alright, red. Oh my god. We can do it. Please. Get to attack this turn. Oh my lord. Everything is amazing. Holy cow. What is going on? Stone perfects. I know, right? What is it like? I think I'm discarding the Stroke here. Everything is awesome. This deck makes me so happy. I need to learn how to get lucky, Phil. I learned quickly. I learned quickly. Apparently. Jeez. Oh, Abrade the Ironworks. You're better at this game than I am, Shop. Jeez. Excellent point. Well presented. Because I wanted to hold up Rejection, but I guess that's just a mistake. It's just like a big mistake. Hopefully it doesn't cost us. But you're correct, that was way better. I was just like obsessed with holding up Rejection. Still probably in a fine position there. Hey Selena, good to see you. Strong standard deck, thanks all. I agree. Quite the strong standard deck. This Rejection is being held for a Scrap Trawler. You get to like Rejection, Scrap Trawler, Abrade the Ironworks next turn. How am I this morning? I'm doing okay. Had a bit of a slow start to the morning, but I'm very happy to be streaming now. You get the dead feeling. I mean, we'd be a lot more alive if I killed this Ironworks. I'll say that much. Oh, that's a good point, Shop. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose because I didn't Abrade the Ironworks because I am silly. I was like obsessed with holding up Rejection. I just didn't even consider Abrading the Ironworks as an option that I had access to. What the fuck? Alright, that's pretty good. Strong Dispel. On a positive note, this means we wouldn't have got to Abrade the Ironworks. They would have sacked the Scrap Trawler, made a blue mana of the Chromatic Sphere, and then dispelled this. That was why they had passed a Chromatic Sphere up, so that they had Dispel open, I assume. What time of day is it for me? It's 4:30 in the afternoon, or so like mid-afternoon. Yeah, them not sacking the sphere makes a lot of sense now. For sure. Also, we're in a lot of trouble now. On a positive note, me not killing the Ironworks didn't matter at all. It would have just, like, put us in exactly the same position, right? Because they would have just cycled the sphere to protect it. God, KCI is so good. Trawler beats for the win. It does seem that way, huh? Also, they can just like Buried Ruin back the KCI at some point soon, I'm sure. If we give them anything resembling time. Alright, we have to find double Phoenix, I believe. Come on, double Phoenix. Those are not Phoenixes. Alright. This will be lethal in 2 turns. It's probably a bit slow. We need to maximize velocity. We also need to land on top of that, but... I suspect we are dead. They're gonna like return the KCI here. And untap and do nonsense. Or they just tutor for KCI, it's basically the same thing, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Agreed. We'll make them do it. Because it's definitely not deterministic quite yet, but it's getting there. Alright. That was better than a lightning bolt would have been. Can confirm. Jeez, the Dispel. That's one way to win, yep. Apparently so. Things we've learned, KCI, not a good matchup. Next time I take this for a league, I'm actually tempted by... Someone suggested Unmoored Ego in the sideboard. I think it could actually be weirdly decent in this deck. I say, because I normally hate that card, but... I think it could be fine in this deck. This hand could be anything. Who knows what we're keeping? Ooh. Slide in those unmoored egos. Alright. Guess we're firing off these Manamorphoses to find some things. 2 red. Ooh, should have milled it. Should have milled it. Wait, what? Why did it make 2 red? Did I misclick? I don't think I even clicked on mana symbols, did I? I'm confused. Did I actually click? To the clip mobile. Yeah, can someone check that for me? I feel like that I did not do anything wrong there. But I feel like I was just tapping my mana to put it into Manamorphose, but maybe I misremembered. Yeah, I didn't click. I will probably be filing for reimbursement because that's very strange. Also quite frustrating. Yeah, I was clicking in the red mana in my pool, but I wasn't clicking up here. Thank you, Michael. I will send that clip over to them. I appreciate it. Alright, what am I doing? I'm firing off the Serum Visions to find a discard outlet for the Phoenix, I guess. I'm wondering how this deck ever beats Tron. So this way I can dig for a Faithless Looting and then like Visions into the looting. I could also leave Phoenixes on top and mill them with the Thought Scour, which is nice too. Blood Moon. That is a way to beat Tron. This like almost does something. Alright. Yeah, Alpine Moon might be better because it only costs 1 mana and you just want to be fast. Like, buy yourself a couple turns. That makes sense. Alright. You beat Tron by sharpening your cards and throwing them at your opponent like Gambit from the X-Men. It's not illegal, okay, but it's cathartic. Yeah, we're spinning our wheels an impressive amount. This is not particularly beatable. Cast my 9/4, I guess. Yep. Yep. Yes, I need to attack my Phoenix at their Karn this turn. I could also go Thing in the Ice, Bolt the Karn. That would work too. Right, now I'd run a Gut Shot. I get to go Thing in the Ice. Thought Scour myself. Try and find more Phoenixes. Gut Shot you. Return my Phoenix. Phoenix attacks Karn. Hey Zyla, good to see you. Well done again on the GP performance, Zyla. If they don't have Karn or Ugin or Ulamog or Walking Ballista, we've got it. Also need them to not do that for like 4 turns shop. Also, this Wormcoil is quite problematic. Basically need Crackling Drake to actually race the Wormcoil. Admittedly, Crackling Drake currently has like 13 power. Oh, Stone. Oh, Scrying, sure. Rude. Oh. He looked away and now they have 8 mana. How did that happen? It must be really late in the game, or you're not allowed to have 8 mana before like turn 8, right? That's how it works. Post-mortem lunge. Oh my lord, shop. That's absurd. It's really bad against Graveyard Hate is the problem, but it's actually interesting. Alright, what am I doing? Probably flipping the Thing. Oh, Stone would actually help us. I mean, now that they have the Relic, not so much, but... None of these cards really do anything. Faithless Looting. To flip my Thing in the Ice. Look at this combo deck. I kind of want to hold the Phoenix, because they have the Relic in play. Yeah, we get to discard the Phoenix, but they have the Relic in play. I'm almost tempted to hold it in hand, just as, like, something we can cast next turn. Is that crazy? Yeah, let's do that. Still don't know how we're beating this Wormcoil engine, but... Hey, Piper. Hold it and pitch to Axe later. Yeah, we could also do that as well. For sure. Alright, so they cast the Wormcoil again. We hope. On the basis that anything else would be terrifying. That counts as terrifying. Can beat Wormcoil by trading 4 of our cards for 2/3 of their card. Strong strategy. This thing just seems worse than a Wormcoil. Oh, did they get an Ulamog? Or, yep. So I can 10 them down to... Could not answer that shop. Can 10 them down to 14 and then die. Alright. On a positive note, when the Ulamog attacks, it makes our Crackling Drake really big. Dumps 1/3 of our deck into exile. Oh. Am I going to be Thought Scouring them? The dream. Don't know how I feel about Abrade. It's like almost good. Derp. Oh, no worries, Leviathan. I hope you get that sorted out okay. That sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, it's fine on the play, but bad on the draw. I can see that being the case. Makes sense. So you can do something like this. I kind of like the Drakes just because they actually kill our opponent easily. In like one hit. Everything else feels like kind of awkward to set up. I guess the Lightning Axe is pretty bad. It kills Fortnot Seer, but I'm unsure. Yeah, TKS is very bad against Thing, that's true. Like to go first. Guess I'm keeping this. Rouserat can give me a single Sleight of Hand before dying to Wormcoil or Karn. I don't think Brutality's good. All Brutality does is take like a Sylvan Scrying or Ancient Stirrings, which is a fairly expensive use of, fairly like unexciting use of 2 mana. And there are a bunch of times where it just doesn't get to take anything. I'm gonna Serum Visions. Yeah, just like ensure we have our second land next turn. Sick. Also sick. I want both of these, right? Next turn I get to return a Phoenix. If I want. Or just get down the Thing and then set up for the Phoenix the turn after. Like, either of those are decent options. Rather just topping both. Alright, so if I get on the Thing first, I can flip it next turn and attack them for 10. just like ignore the fact we have this Disdainful Stroke and hope to fade something too scary for a turn. Wow. They kept a 1-lander on 7. I guess they kept a 1-lander on 6. That's more reasonable, right? Yeah, that's reasonable. I basically never keep 1-landers on 7 with Tron, but keeping them on 6 is like, whatever. If the rest of the hand looks good enough. Alright. Cast the Looting. Discard this, and I need the Gut Shot to flip the thing, so I'm just discarding a land. Alright, this is pretty nice. My opponent is scooping on turn 3. Now we get to scoop on turn 3 next game. Yeah, I think you're thinking of something else, Leviathan. I miss Doomfall. Doomfall made me so happy. That was a nice Magic card. Yeah, keeping 1-landers is awkward. You keep them on like 5 a lot with Tron. Just like purely from the perspective that the deck physically doesn't have many lands in it. But it's certainly not ideal. This hand is pretty medium. I feel like I meant to keep, but certainly you're very wrong. Doomfall is so loud, we can only Doom Whisper now. Oh my god. Alright, pass the turn. Are we Thought Scouring? I guess we're just like 100% Thought Scouring ourselves. Feeling sad if we draw Surgical. Honestly, there's a possibility I'm not meant to Thought Scour until I played the thing. But our deck is so good at spinning its wheels, I'm sure we'll find other things to use our mana on. Alright, there's a Phoenix. Get to return the Phoenix next turn. We're one 0-mana spell away from flipping the thing at the same time. In which case we actually have a decent amount of pressure going. Okay. Yes, I'm charting a course. Start with Scour, that's possible. Chart a course is needed at some point to discard the Phoenix, but we could hit a Faithless Looting off the Scour, right? Yeah, it also shows us an extra card before we discard. Yep. Yep. Ooh, so punished. However, that means we get to do the thing. So that is nice. Means we get to attack them for 10. Oh my lord. So many 0-mana spells. So they have a power plant in hand that we can't touch. Hey Nathan, good to see you. Am I using the Surgical now? Or am I just gut-shotting them twice? Save the surgical. I just don't know what we're saving the surgical for, is the problem. But I guess we might just, like, discard the surgical to something also. You just surgical the star. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, whether I'm meant to do that or not. Yeah, we don't have any LD, sadly. Yeah, we could have Thought Scoured them and hoped, but hoping to draw one of our two surgicals seems so unlikely. Alright, well, put you to 8. Yeah, we don't get to bounce anything with the thing this turn, but this way, but we do get to attack with a 7/8, which is pretty nice. Ooh, Mighty Crackling Drake. The mightiest of all the beasts. Hey Alex. Hey Albon. Good to see you both. Ooh, massive raid, as always. Can't call it anything else. From Gav. Good to see y'all. We're playing some of this Izzet Phoenix deck that's been popular. Admittedly in a slightly different format from the one we're all used to. Yellow what? Any dive downs? We do not have any dive downs, alas. I think I'm just going to cast this. If they have an Ugin or an O-Stone, it's pretty brutal for us. I feel if they had either of those cards, they'd have been tempted to use it last turn, though. And this gives us such a high chance of just killing them next turn. Yellow what? Yellow who? Yellow why? That's really rude. Surgical to check before casting Drake. That's fair. That's fair. I still figured, like, saving the surgical for discard fodder was more relevant, but yellow when? Yellow where? Alright, this game got really hard all of a sudden. Ooh, I can return a Phoenix this turn. Alright, draw the Charter Course. So I'm keeping the Phoenix on top because I want to discard it to the Charter Course. What am I doing with the Drake? The Drake is lethal in one hit, which is appealing. This is a situation where, like, surgicing them for info from their hand would actually been really nice because they'd know whether this Drake is any good. I feel like I have to kill the Ugin. I guess that's the other thing. If I surgical the Fragtus, I get to see whether I'm attacking Ugin or crossing my fingers that I can find more burn spells. Yeah, this deck is sweet table space. What did they get with the Sanctum? Well, they got an Ulamog, which is pretty bad news for us. I guess I'm just bottoming this Drake, huh? I mean, they can also just Ulamog the Phoenix if they have anything. I think I'm just returning... I'm just not going to bother surgicling them because I still have Faithless Looting in my deck. And I still have like a bunch of things that want me to like be able to cast 3 spells in a turn to return another Phoenix. And like I don't think I care about them bolting the Phoenix with their Ugin. Because I can return it so easily. We just have to hope they don't Ulamog Phoenix somehow. If they do, maybe we can draw into another burn spell. We still have 1 bolt left in the deck. We also have a gut shot left in the deck, I think. Don't know if we do or not. We don't. We've used 2 of our 3 gut shots, and the 3rd one's in the board. So not drawing to that many outs. We're drawing to Faithless Looting into Phoenix. That also works. Right, red, red. Red, red. This hits a Phoenix, they die. On that basis, am I meant to surgical something out of my deck? Yeah, I think we're meant to remove bad cards from the deck so the Faithless Looting can kill them by hitting a Phoenix. We have 2 Phoenixes left in the deck. What are we removing? What's the thing we have the most copies of left in the deck that's bad? We have 2 Thought Scours, we have 1 Charter Course, we have 2 Serum Visions. We have 2 Spirebluff Canals. We have Strand and Delta, there's only 1 of each. Is the problem? Right? I think that's the case. Yeah, we only have 1 Strand and 1 Delta. We mainly have Scalding Tarns. So I think we can only remove 2 dead draws from the deck, no matter what we do. So I guess we just remove some Thought Scours. Scour is a redraw, that's fair. So we hit the Serum Visions. Since that's the thing that's furthest from a redraw. Yeah, let's hit the Serum Visions. We don't have any gut shots left in the deck. Right, what does our deck look like? We have a Bolt, which is not lethal unless we hit an untapped red source. And we have 2 Phoenixes. And that is it. Cool. Cross those fingers. Come on. No! 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 Oh. So close. Can put them to 1. How much have I scryed? I feel like we haven't scryed enough to have made that bad. Alright, I'll concede. Grump, grump, grump. This deck is pretty sweet, Jarvis. This deck is pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. We're currently 2-2. We went 2-0 into 2-2. The deck feels very good against fair decks and a bit uninteractive against the unfair decks. A bit uninteractive and slow, but it's quite fun. Maybe I should have surgical before drawing cards with Manamorphose. That's fair. I don't think it made a difference as things played out, but that's a reasonable point. If we think we're just like drawing it into outs that turn specifically. To like try and one-shot them. I'm channeling my Lost Meriam, oh my god. Apparently Ross Meriam was 18-2 with this deck before the tournament, playing it online. Which is completely absurd. This is not good enough. This is pretty nice though. Get to discard the Phoenix. Yeah, 18 and 2, just like complete absurdity. Obviously they top 8 at the tournament, so you must have done well there. We got destroyed by KCI earlier though. That matchup felt very tricky. Just like any matchup where they're fast but aren't leaning on creatures that are susceptible to your bolts feels kind of awkward. This is nice. Definitely want the second Phoenix with a looting in hand. I think I can wait a turn on the looting. I don't think there's any rush to looting quite yet. Yeah, exactly. Thing, Phoenix, and Drake all just attack from different angles, right? While Terminus deck versus Arclight Phoenix deck. That is not the actual dream. In fact, I still kind of want to wait one turn. Then when we have a shot next turn at just returning the Phoenixes on the turn we looting. I think if we looting this turn, we're so unlikely to return them this turn. And we're probably not returning them for a little while, honestly. Whereas next turn, I think we have a decent shot. Ooh. Or we can just get a counter off the thing this turn. Which is also nice. I mean, if they counter the looting, we just flash back the looting next turn, and that's fine. I don't really care about that. Whoa! Is this a weird Bant Spirits list or something? Bant Control, or... It could just... Bant Control. Like the old Sakura Tribe Elder lists. There was an old Bant Control list that was seeing a bit of play with Sakura Tribe Elder at the 2 slot. You'd use it to like ramp into turn 4 Teferi. Is that a crew? No, there's no crews in play. Alright. Interesting. Tunnel command. I think this turn it's really tempting just to go for the looting. Now they have a Eternal Witness in play. I'm really unmotivated about the thing in the ice. We can either hit 2 spells, or we can hit a cantrip into a spell, or we can hit a 0 mana spell for the flashback. I'm gonna go ahead and fetch a Steam Vent since I don't think my life total is too relevant. Or I could just fetch a mountain, that's like also fine. Whatever. Is casting a Drake reasonable here? Probably. I don't know, this doesn't have any power at the moment, which makes it pretty unexciting, I think. This is so awkward. I could cast the thing. I'm just so unexcited. I think that's just like our worst threat here, especially against the onboard Izzet. Yeah, I think I'm just flashing back looting. If we hit a gut shot, we feel really smart, and otherwise, like, we just get to set up for next turn, which is nice. I have a Lightning Axe or Delta. Yeah, now we can bring back the Phoenixes next turn, almost certainly. Looting plus bolt. of this wheel spinning we do, the bigger our drakes are for later. Maybe I wasn't meant to play that land. Kind of regret that. Almost certainly meant to hold that, yeah. Oh, I feel very silly now. This is fine though. I can discard the bolt, which doesn't do much, and the Charter Course, fire off Visions plus Flashback. Yeah, I was meant to hold the land, right? This is still fine. Still gonna get to return 2 Phoenixes this turn, which is really nice. So Thought Scour is nice with these drakes. Temper's actually nice with the looting flashback too. I guess it's basically just a bolt, which is not terribly exciting. I'm gonna keep this on top just because it's something to discard to the looting. Like, we're not flashing it back, but it's just a spell to put in our yard for the Crackling Drake, which is okay, I think. Since we only get to keep 1 non-Drake card off of this looting anyway. Now we return these Phoenixes, hit them to 8, and now our Drakes are lethal, 1 by 1. Why not Manamorphose as the 3rd spell? I guess Manamorphosing... I guess if we Manamorphose there, we basically keep access to, like, +1 spell, right? Because we just, like, eternally have a... what the hell? A spell hidden in the graveyard for us to use later. That's fair. That is fair. That was both unfortunate and odd. Of all the cards I expected to get hit with in Modern. I guess we're casting Crackling Drake in Modern, so I'm not really allowed to comment. Fairly sure I'm not allowed to criticize the Declaration in Stone when we're casting Crackling Drake. Maybe I was just meant to kill the Eternal Witness. I was thinking I can try and blow them out by, like, countering half of their Cryptic when they go to bounce the Izzet, but we're actually fairly at risk of dying to this Colonnade soon. So, there is that. Attack against the Phoenixes, yeah. Certainly is that. I knew they had removal. I did not know they had Declaration in Stone. Oh my god. Dude, this is nice, right? Now I get to gut shot this. I think saving the life actually matters with all the flying damage they have built up. Probably matters a bit more than the mana. I just had a remand anyway, yep. These Crackling Drakes are awkward against remand. Hmm. 10 over 8 is better than 8 versus Colonnade, agreed. If they fire up the Colonnade, they can put us to... Okay. Just attacking with the Angel still leaves us dead to the pair of their creatures next turn. These Drakes just feel atrocious. They feel so clunky and expensive against Cryptic and Spell Queller and such. Right. Not sure this goes anywhere. That was a strange game. Just like remands just cost us too much time. Interesting. What do I even want to sideboard in against them? Wasting these clues. Yeah, I never got to crack them. Kind of heartbreaking. I guess we want Dispel against the Cryptic Command deck. Seems pretty interesting to me. Abrade deals with both Ether Vial and Spell Queller. Temper seems medium, agreed. Definitely want these Dispels, 100%. Like, the Drakes seemed not great in that game because of Remand. But at the same time, I feel like we can't go down on 2 threats too much against them because they likely have quite a bit of white removal. The Thing in the Ices seem really awkward against, like, the Cryptic, Path, Eternal Witness deck. I almost just want to cut Thing in the Ices against them. Yeah, Drake is good if it resolves. That is true. That is true. Yeah, just bring in Stroke as well. They also have Angels. Their curve's kind of high and clunky. Brutality. Brutality's nice for taking a Cryptic. I worry that it's a bit expensive for what it does. But it does clear the way for our threats. If we're, like... Yeah, the endgame is almost certainly better than ours. The endgame seems quite strong. So we can't afford to go too slow and control-y. I'm tempted just to run it like this. I'm also wondering if there's a world in which the Surgicals are okay against Eternal Witness. But... yeah, I'm unsure about Brutality. I could see it being fine against them. If I'd seen, like, any creatures I want to kill with Brutality, I think I'd consider it. Bringing it in just as 2 mana duress feels kind of medium to me, but... this is a mole. Like, I guess this is a keep. This is a rough keep, though. I'm going to keep this on top and then not play my Sleight of Hand turn 1. So that I can guarantee to draw a land on turn 2. Yeah, Disdainful Stroke might still be good enough. That is fair, Freed. Unsure. Huh. Alright. Let's fire off this Sleight. Hey, Squirmet. Guess I just need to guarantee I have my land drops for the rest of the game. Yeah, you also have Manamorphose for Brutality, that is true, which makes it a lot more doable. Whoa, let's draw an Abrade, please. I would like to draw Abrade. Never lucky. Ah, pre-recorded, etc., etc. Ask and ye shall receive. Indeed. Wait, what? No! No! I'm getting punished for not paying life. Oh my god. Oh. Ah. Oh my god. Everything sucks. Jeez. Can we wait to cast Drake until they have Remand up? That seems like a good plan. I'm so heartbroken right now. The gut shot could have been amazing. Wow, that's a lot of scoozers. Alright, red. Interesting. Dispel backup for my Drake is nice. It's kind of unfortunate the Lightning Axe on a Scooz is gonna make them crack the crypt. But I guess that's fine. Just like want to get spells out of my hand for sake of making this a free turn clock. Stop their Scoozers from growing. Should we have attacked first? No, this doesn't lose any power. Crackling Drake is not Enigma Drake. Dispel worse than Trick Bind, confirmed, 100%. I guess we know they have Remand in their deck, so like casting this isn't even necessarily that good. I'm just gonna hold up Dispel forever. Come on, Crackling Drake. Come on. Oh my god. I'm so relieved we won that game. Can't dispel Declaration in Stone, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Oh, that game was a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna run this back. I'm like eyeing up this engineered explosives, but now that we've seen like a bunch of 2-drops from their deck and stuff, but I think their mana costs are pretty diverse, which makes this not exciting. How much do we believe in the power of Faithless Looting? Like, Faithless Looting is a hell of a magic card. It's basically Brainstorm. This hand is bad, but looting forgives all sins. Can't mulligan Ancestral Recall. Oh my god, heat check it with the truths. Why am I given this kind of responsibility? Alright, we have a Faithless Looting. Let's do this. They're on 6, so it's almost like we kept an 8-card hand. We're gonna Faithless Looting into a Gut Shot for their Noble Hierarch and feel really smart. Alright, that's not the ideal draw. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Gut Shot. Alright. Now they're gonna go Scavenging Ooze, eat our looting, and I'm gonna look really dumb. Is what I predict. Or they can just cast a 2-1. If only there was a Crackling Drake that cared about lands. Oh my god. I think I'm just firing off this. I don't really want to Abrade the Noble Hierarch. Then we can go... No, we milled the Gut Shot. So heartbreaking. Alright, now we get to go find the Steam Vents. Maybe we should put Molder Hulk in the deck. Oh my god. I guess that is an enigma. That Crackling Drake that cares about lands, kinda. I feel like it's more the latter, Circle Turk. But it's pretty sweet. I'm enjoying playing it. It's certainly sweet. Okay, what are we doing? As I go Manamorphose Charter Course here. Sit on the Faithless Looting. If they go to Cryptic this, I get to like fight with Dispel. Resto's gonna be rough. Yeah, Resto is scary. Applies a lot of pressure. Alright, I'm definitely just dispelling this, I think. I don't really care about them countering this much, is the problem. But we kinda want the filtering. I feel like I'm still just meant to do this. We need to like dig towards a threat, right? If we find a Phoenix, it's obviously amazing. Sick. Surgical Time? Nope. Alright. I think I'm attacking because they have better late game than us. Obviously I could hold back to block, but I feel like they're probably exiling it anyway. Opponent is on Eternal Command. Wild times. Crackling Drake versus Eternal Command. Bringing Cryptic to a Dispel fight. Oh my god. Nice Tormod's Crypt. I'm just gonna attack first, right? They said they have a Resto that's pretty obnoxious. I then get to Abrade down the resto at least, though. Which is something. This isn't a blocking stream. I also just think their late game's way better than ours. Which, like, forces us to be aggressive. Could Abrade the Hierarch, that's true. Resolves. Shoulda abraded the Hierarch. Indeed. Things we are learning on this day. Oh, abrade the Phoenix to bring it back. That's true. That's true. Abrade myself in shame. Oh, this is nice. I get to Thought Scour the looting into the yard to flash back later. This is actually, like, really nice. And then I feel like I have to abrade one of their creatures just because I'm falling behind. They have missed the land drop. I think it's just the Hierarch rather than the Izzet. Next time we can looting to try and set up another Phoenix. Right, they have their 4th land. They only have 1 spell in hand now though. Didn't we want Gutshot there? But I wanted to cast the Thought Scour to get this free looting value, which meant we wouldn't have got to keep the Gutshot. Like, there was no way to grab the Gutshot but not mill the, and both grab the Gutshot and mill the looting is the problem. I want a Sleight of Hand first, I guess, to dig for a Phoenix. It's like slightly awkward. If I find a Drake, I'm probably just not looting this turn, but interesting. I'm just gonna take this Thing in the Ice. Thing in the Ice is so awkward against Eternal Witness, but I have the Lightning Bolt to kill the Witness when it comes to that. Alright, cast this looting. Start getting counters off this thing. Brutal. Oh. Alright, I can bolt the Eternal Witness to make sure they don't get to buy it back with the Thing bounce. Their trade binder is a lot better than ours. Apparently so. Their trade binder is well stocked. I guess I just want to do this as soon as possible because of Restoration Angel being a live draw for them. Sucks if they have a Resto in hand already, but there's like some argument to holding the Bolt so that we have enough spells to bring back a Phoenix. But I think if we draw a Phoenix, we're just casting it. So sure. These Tormod crypts have looked so bad. On a positive note. Holy cow. These Crackling Drakes though. 14-4. Wait, what? No! Jesus Christ. Yeah. Resolves. Why didn't opponent target Cryptic? Because it... Good question. I'm not sure. Maybe they have another remand in hand to keep spreading the sadness. Right, we have a Watery Grave in our deck we can find, I believe. That's our final land. I would like to resolve a Crackling Drake, please. Thank you. Deal with my 14-4. Their trade binder is so good. Also, I was not meant to search because there are bad cards on the bottom right. Well, I did anyway. One bit for each power of the Drake. I have to kill this before they can draw a stupid Resto Angel. I guess I'm dead to Resto anyway, but... I'm also just dead to this real soon, so... Somehow, Daniel, high bar to pass, but somehow they got there. Alright, how many Faithless Lootings? We only have one Faithless Looting left in the deck. Okay. Yep. Yep. I can now kill a Resto. Which is something. I don't think I care about the Ether Vial, right? Abrade Vial on upkeep. Because of the Izzet loop. Alright. We can in fact hardcast Lightning Axe. Ooh. So I start by abrading the Vial to get a Spell Queller out of the way. They have one. And now I can cast the hidden mode of Lightning Axe. Oh, they can't even cast Izzet, you're right. I'm just like not able to read lands apparently. They still can't cast Izzet. This game is something. I would like to draw a threat at some point. We've got 6 of them left in our deck, right? 6 or 7. We have 7 threats left in our deck. We've only drawn 3 of our 10. Alright. Oh. Give me a Crackling Drake. So I can get it countered by your Cryptic. I meant to play that land out. The 9th mana is probably not too relevant, considering 8 mana gets us through a remand. And we have Charter Course and 1 Faithless Looting left in the deck. This is supposedly modern. I have been informed this is modern. Don't know how verifiable that is though. Standard plus, indeed. Come on, Drake. my god. Not like this. It's like I want to walk into the Mana Leak or Spell Pierce. They have found the second green for Izzet. Oh my lord. No! No! I'm not playing this one out. I can't see it ever mattering, having access to the 10th mana. I'm sure we'll lose somehow because of that now, but... Guess I'm just doing this. Thank you. You're so giving, deck. We have found a threat. Shock Horror. They had an answer in that deck. I could have bolted that one. I'm never returning it, though. How am I ever returning that Phoenix? I have 0 spells in hand, then. And there's a Crypt in play. That's a good draw. No! Okay. That's still really good. That's still really good. Now we have to spend a bolt on this Snapcaster. Because we're dead in 2 turns to it. Yep. I could have bolted myself there too. Probably the right play. Ugh. Charter Course was such a good draw too. You can see how Ross went 18-2 of the stack now. I'm impressed, I'm not gonna lie. I am impressed. To be fair, our draw this game has been very weird. Currently 6 of our 10 threats are in our bottom 19 cards, which is fairly improbable. Yep. Dispel is like a nice card against them. I just feel like I need to find threats. I don't have the long game. I can't answer a resto at the moment. I'm gonna keep the visions though. Yeah, don't keep Dispel, I agree. Alright, we now have 6 of our 10 threats in the last 14 unseen cards in the deck. So at some point, we're gonna go like Crackling Drake, and regret not having this 10th mana in play. As if it was prophesied. As if it was prophesied. We're gonna die because we can't hold up this lightning bolt. I can feel it coming. In before snap settle. Oh my lord. Yeah, they do have a settle on the yard. I will remember it next turn. We're pretty close to the largest Drake. This is a huge freaking Drake. No. Good thing this Arclight Phoenix is basically lethal. I kind of want to mill them. It's a bit awkward though. We potentially give them access to counter magic. Like, milling myself is so bad with 12 cards left in my deck. Alright, I guess I attack them first. So I'm never attacking with 2 threats into their settle. Now this bolt is lethal. I am not in love with milling myself. I just can't afford to give them access to counter magic, I think. Ooh. Can afford to give myself access to a Faithless Looting. Oh. I suck. There's a Tormod script in play. Pro player, etc. I just, like, mentally discounted the Tormod script because I figured it was so irrelevant to everything. Set the upkeep start for this bolt. It was apparently relevant. In fact. Don't you dare counter me. Yes! Oh my god, 3-2. That means I can justify playing another league. As long as I keep 3-2ing, I can justify playing this deck more. Oh, Deck and Stone. Good point, Kaylee. Good point. That's actually a very good reason not to play the second Phoenix. I was thinking of having it as a blocker, but that's probably not relevant because they'd have just blocked with a Resto Angel if they had one, right? Despite my best attempts, I won. I just think my opponent has a Stony Silence at all times. I really do. Managed to win the long game. This is great. Alright, I'm gonna make some changes before the next one. Some not Ross Meriam approved changes. Unmoored Ego. Alpine Moon. Alright, let's have some actual sideboard cards. Going after Tron. We got just demolished by Tron. We also got demolished by KCI, which is why I kind of want these. Cut 1 Drake, play 4, play it. No, I'm not playing Izzet Charm. Izzet Charm's such a bad card. Cut Sleight and Scour for 2 ops. Nah. The Scours were kind of medium, honestly, but isn't Alpine Moon bad? We just want to, like, buy a couple turns against Tron, I think. We might only play 1 Alpine Moon, maybe. The Rao seems... Don't get it. Do not get the Rao at all. Yeah, Scour is precisely fine. It's, like, not great, but... Rao seems like a trade binder thing. Could be Jace the Mind Sculptor. Could also just, like, not be in the sideboard. Rao kill stuff? Like, I guess? I just don't know that I really want to be boarding in a 5-mana card. This deck doesn't deal with Goyf. I feel like you deal with Goyf by killing your opponent, is the thing. feel like that's how you deal with Goyf. The explosives was kind of medium. The fact it's not a spell is sad. Like, there are a bunch of things at the moment that punish it, like Spell Queller. It's not great for us. I guess it's nice against the Hardened Scales deck, but... What was... I'm just gonna look at this card a sec. I'm almost certain it's terrible, because it just plays into Graveyard Hate, but... I do think this sounds adorable with Crackling Drake against removal heavy decks. Oh. Pretty sure we're not playing Postmortem Lunge. Yeah, I think Row's just like kind of slow. Agree. Someone was suggesting we could have sweepers other than Anger, because they would work better with the Arclight Phoenixes. In which case it would be either Slagstorm or Sweltering Suns. I think Anger is a much more powerful card. I could see just playing Slagstorm though. Because it synergizes with the Phoenixes better. Why no Reveler? This is not my deck list, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe the reason for no Reveler is that it means you don't care too much about Graveyard Hate. Because, like, Drake and Thing don't care about Graveyard Hate, so it's only the Phoenixes that do. Whereas once you have Revelers in your deck as well as Phoenixes, suddenly Graveyard Hate gets annoying. Works poorly with the blue cantrips. Yeah, I guess it works poorly with counter magic too. That makes sense. Volcanic Fallout. I have to read this one. I have to imagine that is just much worse than a deal free in a world of humans. Is maybe the Alpine Moon's not necessary with Unmoored Egos now on our board. That's fair. This is also just like not a spell, which just makes it kind of unexciting. That's fair. Like 2 Unmoored Egos might make enough of a difference. Alright, I'm only going to make some small changes here, but I feel like I'm pretty happy running this list, giving it another try.